So as I said, if you were at the start of the year and you decided you were going to do this because they didn't have prerequisites, I just want to reiterate, it was a bit misleading because they are prerequisites. But the faculty felt there wasn't a need because students should be able to read and see it's a capstone course, which means it's a course that is done when you have completed most of your courses in your degree program. So I'll show you a bit of the courses you will have to know in order to do it well. And like marketing management, etc., finance courses. Despite me suggesting that, some students still, I believe, go ahead and try to do it when they are still in second year. But for me, I think even though students do very well, and students will do very well, the failure rates are a bit high, hovers around 22, 23%, which is their part of the course, so they're still pretty high. Yes?
So you said marketing is a necessary prerequisite to finance and marketing?
Right. So then go there, right, and I know that's a new program that came on. So in that case, you have a lot of work to do. Right? Well, because the concepts in marketing are critical concepts for the course, heavy. So you will have to do, like the core requisite, you will have to do a lot of work on your own to catch it. Right? Yeah. So there's some students I appreciate because of the degree program. I think the tourism students also would have a challenge for certain courses they wouldn't do. Right? But if you don't have a choice, you just need to know it. And that's what I do in the first couple of sessions actually, give you an idea of the kind of reading you would have to do to bring yourself up to mark. See? So as I said, today's housekeeping, just give you an idea of my philosophy for how I do it, how I teach. And so I'm not the kind of lecturer that will come and give you lecture notes and spend time lecturing for 2 hours. My sessions are very interactive, they're very practical, and I get you involved, calling you out. If I remember your name, I call your name, but from the beginning, it's very, very interactive. That's the way you learn, and you're able to do very well in this course. So, the second line is important. It is not a hard course, but it is demanding. Right? Hard in me is not difficult. It's not that you have to have some rocket sense and intelligence to do it well. But it is a bit demanding, and for you to do well, you really have to do a lot of work and a lot of practice. Right? What I do, or have been doing for years now, appreciating it, is morning, 8 o'clock to 10. And there are some students who work, so unfortunately they're not able to be here. So I normally record all the lectures and I upload them to eLearning. So it is still a resource you can go back to review the lectures. And the tutorials, you should not miss your tutorials. Tutorials are very essential. Come prepared for tutorials. A tutorial is not to come to take notes in this course called strategy. So I have one basic premise, one basic assumption that everybody at this stage, even the fact that you've got a university, means that you're intelligent people. You want to use the normal phrase, bright, you're all intelligent, you have the capability, and you can achieve excellence. So my premise is everybody in this room has the potential to do extremely well, to get A's, A pluses, B pluses. Right? So that's my premise. It's up to you to prove yourself otherwise. You agree with me? Right. You agree, brother? All of you have that potential. So if you don't get an A, A plus, or whatever, you know whose fault it is. Whose fault is it? It is your fault. And I'll show you the statistics to show you I'm not lying. I'll show you statistics in the last 6 or so years. So for those, most of you might not have taught before because I only do this final year course, so I'm a chemical of carbon. And years ago, I started teaching here part-time from 96 or 95. So I used to do intro to management, what Dion, in fact the course that Dion does now, I used to do the HR or the Introduction to Management, that 10 principles of management. But I do just this one course in the undergrad, but most of the courses, all the other courses actually are graduate courses. So that's why most of you I see here, I don't know your faces. So as I said, I want to spend time letting you understand how I do what I do, my approach and my style to facilitating and not necessarily lecturing. So this quote says, there are really differences in people's potential. The only difference is some people do want to achieve excellence and some people just don't. Right? So I don't believe in this nonsense we hear across Barbados and maybe the Caribbean for bright students. That because you did good in your common entrance or 11 plus, and you got to so-called higher school or you got the top grades that you feel you're the brightest, don't fool yourself with that nonsense. All that happened is you had a good family, they gave you lessons from the time you were born. And that's what happened from the time you got lessons and preschool. So just that you have a good foundation and your parents were able to pay, or your parents were just staring at you and didn't give you guidance. And you had a jump start. But by the time you get to university, folks, whether you had jump start, preschool, it doesn't make any difference. We're all intelligent people. But so don't get in this myth about bright and non-bright. Unless you have a mental disability, everybody has the potential to do well academically. It's just the curve is different for some people. Some people start quickly, and other people take a little longer to get the same concept. Right? So maybe some of our lecturers don't have the patience with students who take a little longer to get a concept. So because you take a little longer to understand the concept very well, doesn't mean you're done, Aeon. What's your name? David, you want something to say? Yeah. If somebody took 3 weeks, somebody took 2 days to learn something extremely well, and there is somebody took 3 days to learn something extremely well, and somebody took 3 weeks to do it better. You understand what I'm saying? But we have a system of education that says the people who get it first are bright, the people who take a little longer to get it are not so bright. But if it took me 3 weeks to do it better than you that doing it in 3 days, that doesn't mean you're more intelligent than me because you did it quicker. Right? So I'm wanting quick things. So I have a lot of patience with students who are struggling, but who want to come to me for help and are willing to plod and work hard to understand it. So if you're having any challenges from early, you can come knock on my door, send me an email, and we can meet. Come and sit down, we can meet one-on-one, and I will help you through it. You see? So you don't have to worry if you're getting difficulties. Don't even believe the foolishness that came bright. And as I said, some of my colleagues might have heard that nonsense, but they don't subscribe to that. I subscribe to helping everybody really achieve the goal of doing very well in this course. That sounds reasonable? That sounds reasonable? I'm not hearing you. Sounds reasonable? So I am asking you to achieve excellence. So the way this course is done, I push you to achieve excellence. And I put some demands on you because I know you can do well. So I'm saying to you, don't get qualified and then look for a job. Because there's this tendency now that, when you finish university and get your degree where you're going to work. So folks, the way I teach this course is strategy, and the skills or the ability you get here can help you in business. So I urge you, students here, don't get caught up in this foolishness that when you graduate, you go look for a job in the private sector or look for a job in government. Set up your own business. Even if you start a job with someone to get some money, but your goal should be, I want to be running my own business. Right? So I'm saying to you, become an entrepreneur, live your dreams, use your talents to earn a living. But don't get into the old traditional thing that a lot of us leave. We get qualified and then we look for a job. And when you can't find a job, you get frustrated. But I know there are many people around the world and in Barbados operating from their bedrooms and a small room home and making a lot of money. Okay? So be creative and innovative. That's my challenge to you. So what is required for this course, folks? I repeat, it is not hard, but it requires a lot of reading, application, practice, and dedication. And the practice is most critical. So, this is one thing I want to stress. this is not a cram for the exam course. I repeat, David, I'm not good at this, but I remember your name. This is not a cram for exam course. And if you talk to any other students at business course with me, they will tell you, I say over and over and over. Alright, what's your name? Nautica. Richard, let me explain to you why I say it's not a cram course. I know one of the first questions I'm going to get from some students is, do you have past papers? You might have done it for K, you might have done it for CSET. So some students come to me from week 1 or 2, do you have past papers? And I know with those cases, you can maybe buy a whole set of past papers and practice questions and sample answers and everything. But the way strategy is designed, Richard, right? You're not going to find the answers to the questions you're going to get in the exam in any textbook. You can search the web from now to next year, you're not going to find the answers in a textbook. Yes?
Speaking of past papers, there's one thing I helped you, right? And I saw that structure generally would be like 60 words, 3 questions, 50 words each, or it just looked essay-ish, right?
It's not essay-ish.
Well, that's how it looked. It looked like 20 words, but it looked like an essay.
Yeah.
So, how do you prepare for something like that? So, if it's 20 words a question, you can go a little bit.
But it's not essay-ish. But it's not essay-ish. You get tables, what I'm saying to you, you play the exam structure, you are a consultant. And you have to provide advice to business. So the questions are not essay-ish, maybe 1 or 2. I give you tables with data, financials, with statistics, and they say you're the consultant. This is actually how they word it. You're the consultant for company X, and ask for, analyze table with these statistics, and then make recommendations to your client. You can't find the answer on the web. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how a lot of questions are structured actually. Your role of a consultant advising the business on strategy, and the kind of strategies that are appropriate. So I will pull up one maybe, but if it's not too hard, pull up one and show you a sample question paper. So folks, the point I'm making to you here, the old traditional approach that you might have used with other courses in the university will not work for strategy. You have to reorient yourselves to not cramming, but understanding the concepts and being able to apply the concepts in a business context. There's a whole different way of thinking if you're going to be able to do well. The students who don't follow my guidance and advice will be among the 23 or so% on average that fail every year, which I'm not pleased with. It is too high. We should not, failure rate should be 1%, and those are students who were sick or had some problem. Right? But the cramming, that you try to prepare questions in advance and you have the answers, that will not work in this course. The other thing that is critical, folks, a semester is like a sprint. It begins and ends very, very quickly. And there's so much work you need to do in this course. I'm suggesting to you, and just suggesting, if you want to do well, the time for you to begin your most intense study is this week. Not like what you do with some of the other courses where week 1 goes, week 2 goes, week 3 goes, you make sure you're doing assignments, you work in your group. If you're a sponge, you just sponge off people who are doing well. They're all sponges you have. Don't learn anything, but they get good marks. And week 7, they say, oh my God, midterms. Then you start to read. Folks, it wouldn't work in this course because you have case presentations to do, and you've got to prepare yourself, but you need to have understanding and knowledge of the concepts to be able to do those cases well. And there are 3 assignments we give throughout the semester also. So in a sprint, if you know about Usain Bolt, the most important part of a sprint is, any athletes in here? The start. So this course, for to do well, and I'm repeating, the start is the most intense time of study where you're fresh, all I know, you had your Christmas break, you got your good grades from last semester. From this week and for the next 7 weeks should be your most intense time of study. getting deep to understand the concepts. And then by week 8, 9, you can pull off your reading. And by that time, you're coming in to prepare for exam and you're ready to do well in the exam. Right? I'm not telling you this because I just want to talk, but because I know it's the strategy to do extremely well. It is different to the culture where you wait to the end, but there's so much you have to do that waiting to the end is really a remedy for disaster. So I'm saying to you, be consistent in your study, and where we have assignments for the tutorials, and I uploaded everything. I hope I opened e-learning. Anybody check to verify e-learning is open? It's open, right? So I uploaded stuff, uploaded e-learning is there. There should be actually videos there from last semester, which will be similar to what I'll do. Maybe 1 or 2 changes, but basically the same. But begin studying and reading quite intensely from now at the beginning of the spring. And I guarantee you, you will do well. Prepare a study schedule that you know when you will study strategy, especially for students who might not have done marketing and some other courses I'll suggest now. So I'm going to show you some statistics now to put my money where my mouth is. And I'll show you these statistics that will tell you the course is not a difficult course, but it's demanding. So the question is, Richard, if your course is not difficult, it's an easy course, but the failure rate is still near a quarter. What do you think of the common, Richard? Sorry? Not following the guidelines. Why? It's not a difficult course. It's easy, but so many students fail. What do you think? Too much? Too much cramming, I agree. Yes, brother? What do you think? Last word. And I will show you why the course is easy. So let's use logic. If you all, everybody in this statistics, right? So you all know the normal curve? Right, the normal curve. So it says at the outline ends you have the top 5 or 10% positive and then the 5 or 10% negative. But in between the middle, in the normal curve, you find the majority, correct? Correct? I'm talking at you and I want to talk with me. You're correct? Or you want to draw the curve? Right? So you have the curve. So when something is skewed to the left or right, what does that mean? Anybody? When a curve is skewed to the left or right, what does it mean? Yes, sister? From St. Michael's School, yes. When something is skewed to the left or right, what does it mean? If it is skewed to the right, what does that tell you? If exam results are skewed to the right, what does it mean? Anybody? Exam results skewed to the right. Right. Not pass. The majority, it suggests the majority doing extremely well. Right? So skewed to the left means the majority, right. Majority failing. There are some courses where the failure rates are pretty high. But if a course is skewed to the right, where most people are passing and passing well, we can't conclude it's difficult, correct? Because most students are passing and passing well. But normally, you would expect courses to follow the normal curve. X amount of students get their A's and the majority of students in the middle. So let's look at the history of this course. Right. 2016-17, and you got 2015-16. So let's look at 2015-16 first. You had 9 A pluses, 32 A's, 20 A minuses, 27 B pluses. Well, if you calculate, if you add 27, 20, 32, and 9, right? You understand what I'm saying? 47 and 30. 77, 2, 79, and 7. You see how many people got B plus and up, folks? You all see what I'm talking about? This can be a difficult course. But look how many people failed. 31. So, what percentage of people got A's? 19, 20, and 10 to 30, 32, and 5. 37% of students got A's. How many courses in university will see this in the overall market in coursework? 32 students, 32% of students in this class in 2015-16 got A's. Y'all believe that? Let's look at 2016-17. 6 A pluses, right? 20 A's, 27 A minuses, 58 B pluses. So calculate again, folks. What percentage? 24 and 10 is 34, 35, and 8, 43, and 2, 47. Nearly 50% get between B plus and A. David? Huh? The exam get harder? Or the students perform worse? How many people fail, folks? 34%. Right? 34%. But the thing you need to pay attention to, how many people got C's and C minuses. You aren't paying attention to that, David. Huh? Say that again, David. You hear what he's saying? I will put it another way, David. In this course, it is so easy. You either do very well or you fail, based on the statistics. Right? What's your name in blue? What's your name? Siobhan, I repeat, this course is so easy that you either get a B or A's or you fail. It won't be easy, folks. You can't have so many people getting A pluses and A minuses and the course is difficult. Use your common sense. So when they tell the course is easy, I mean it's an easy course, but still a whole set of people fail. You know why? Because they want cram. They want to wait till the last minute to cram. And I say the answers to the questions, David, are not in the... You can go on the web and search for the whole year and find the answers to my questions. You've got to know the stuff and understand it, right? You've got to practice it. So that when you go on the exam, you're confident and you're good. You understand? Let's look at 2017-18, semester 1. That's David is responsible for that. A pluses, 0. A's, A minus 17, B plus 20, but you realize it shift. But you realize C's and C pluses, you're still. So the same thing applies as David gave you correct. B and up. The failure rate is less. Okay. But the point I'm making, you only see C pluses and C's. And that's the history of this course, really. You don't see a lot of C's. Once you pass, you will get D and up. I can say that with confidence based on the statistics in the last 6 or so years. Once you pass, you will get a B and up. You can be confident of that based on the statistics. Not what I feel, based on the statistics. Let's look at 2017-18. A pluses. How many courses you ever had that how many people doing A pluses? Tell me, Siobhan. You don't believe me? What you say, what did you find in the exam results? Did you find the exam? You're shocked I get the final exam. This is final results. These are not my results. Okay. And you know what? You can get it very, 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 very easy. Because as I said, the way the course is called Business Strategy and Policy, it's a very applied course. Right? So I don't have an answer. What I'm looking for is your ability to think, analyze, and come to logical conclusions. So suppose I say to you, Company X set up a restaurant to sell food. And I give you numbers about its competitors. And I just say to you, analyze the numbers I've given you in relation to the competitors and recommend to me some of the strategies you think that would be appropriate for the company to come up on top at the end of the year in terms of its profitability and its growth and market share increase. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I'm not looking for the answer, I'm looking for you to logically bring an analysis. So in real business, folks, you can set up 15 similar businesses and everybody got different strategies to make money. And they're all making money, but they're having different ways of doing it to make money. So I'm more interested in you showing me, I know the concepts, I know the strategies, I know when I say market penetration, I want you to show me if you're recommending market penetration for X company, that you know what market penetration is, and you're making a logical recommendation. So once you do that, you get your mark. So there's not an answer that I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to show me you can logically analyze a business situation and make logical recommendations based again on the theories and concepts and principles surrounding strategy. And that's how students can get their marks, you see. So the rubric I would have for marking doesn't have you have to, this is the answer. I'm looking for concepts and where the concepts are applied, which makes it easier for you to get a good mark. You understand? So that's why I tell students it's not a difficult course. The challenge comes if you don't understand the concepts. If you learn them by rote, remember I said application. So if I say to you, who did marketing in here? What's your name? Adair. How does market penetration differ from market development? Me too. Anybody else? How does market penetration differ from market development? What's market development? If I say to you then, use Shafet as an example to tell me whether Shafet is using market penetration or market development. Who can answer that? Use Shafet. Or, sorry? Use Shafet as an example to tell me whether they are using market penetration or market development. So which is it, market penetration or market development? Which strategy is Shafet using? Why market development? I know you because you said you do marketing, but you have no idea text. So it's really the other way. Penetration. Well, penetration is I am in an existing market and I want to extend my market share in the same country but in different locations in my country. So I'm just penetrating the market. Whereas market development now means is what Chafet is not doing. Market development means I am going overseas in another jurisdiction where I am not to now develop my market. You understand what I'm saying, folks? So when I give you a question in the exam, analyze this case situation and make an appropriate recommendation whether market penetration or market development. You first got to know the concepts. But different students might recommend different things under penetration or development. And that's what I'm looking for. Not the right answer, but the concept being utilized appropriately. Yes, madam. It is helpful if you've done it before. If you haven't done it as a core requisite, it will be a little challenge, but it is okay. Because marketing concepts are very heavy in strategy. Very, very heavy. But you see the point I'm making, folks. You need to understand how to apply concepts. So you wouldn't get a question in the exam, define and explain penetration or market development. The question is, how can you use it to advise a business on the most appropriate penetration strategies or development strategies? So we can use Chafet as an example. How are they penetrating? How is Chafet using market penetration? What are they doing? What is Japan doing to penetrate the market? Right. But what causes them, what strategy or what information you think is driving them to set up their restaurants where they do? Excellent. You heard what he said? He's saying what they will do in terms of market research to look for where there is growth in housing developments. Or for future, if you realize in the next 10 years, this will be an area where the population is going to increase by 5, 6, or 7,000, that's where they go. Or they realize, but there's an area in Barbados that is not being serviced right now. And we think, because they have a demographic of a lot of young people from 25 and under, they will like a lot of fast food and greasy chicken. So they will buy Jafet, or they will love our rotis, or they want to come and hang out. So that's what they do. They look for population area centers where, or areas of traffic. A lot of people pass this area to get home. Yeah, but I would put it the other way, Kentucky is where the follow Jafet. But you're correct, that's what they do. Not only here, but all over the world. Say Chanel, right? Siobhan, right? Siobhan, so that's what this course is about. It's about very practical things that, in fact, the best way for you to learn this course is that as you go to work or travel every day, strategy is happening. Right? As you buy stuff, you go to the automat, supermarket, stores, buy food. Strategy is happening all the time. So the best way to try to understand the concepts actually is to be more conscious of everyday life and business. Strategy is happening. 2017-18, let's look at it. 3.78 A pluses, 19 A's, 22 A minuses, 45 B pluses. The way you got say now. Look, you're looking at these negatives all the time, you know. You're really looking at all the negatives. He ain't looking at the positives.
I'm looking at the years and see, so we realize early new start, you always start at 40 and 0 now, so and this year's be above. But to start at 8, you all get at least 40 and plus this good drop down.
I ain't dropped down, David. You mean the students. I know you put the blame on me for. You tell me I dropped down, David, I dropped down from anywhere. It's the students. But if you check the part of the game, folks, B plus from B and up, most students will get B and up. And these numbers in this course were much higher, you can tell. So you have the C's, and again, very low. C's numbers are very low. But the 45 is there because obviously the course had bigger numbers. Last semester, no, this semester 1, this is semester 1, I had the wrong thing, but this is 2018-19, that was last semester. We had 1 A plus, 18 A's, 16 A minuses, and 26 B pluses. So the pattern continues that the majority of students got B plus and up. How many C pluses? 1. How many C's? 0. How many F's? Too much. Too much. So folks, I show these statistics, and so many years are going back, to tell you, I believe I know the reason why students still fail an easy course because they come to cram. They come to cram. And this is not a cramming course. This is a course where you need to understand your concepts very well. And the time to begin to understand these concepts is from today, and have to keep your intense reading up. So I'm challenging you folks, aim for excellence, don't settle for a pass. keep your GPA up, work hard, you can achieve excellence and think about your future career possibilities. It wasn't stated, but these are really some of the preconditions, because as I said, if you read the blurb properly for this course, it says it's a capstone course. Meaning, this course is icing on the cake then. So technically speaking, I don't really teach over a lot of things in this course that are required of you. I don't teach over marketing, I don't teach over accounts, I don't teach over finance, right? I don't teach over finance. Generally every year you get questions on financial ratios, so your financial management comes in. I don't teach over principles, I don't teach over OB. All of these courses, you need to know something about them. The most critical will be some of the concepts and principles of management, but marketing and some finance issues are very heavy. Marketing, finance are very heavy. So the cases you will get to present in class for marks are very comprehensive cases, some 20 to 25 pages, and they have a lot of accounting and finance data and a lot of marketing and marketing management data that you have to analyze. So I repeat, if you are second year and not yet in final year, I suggest you select another course. I can't force you to, but I suggest you do. And that's what I'm saying here. Really exposing yourself to some risk of not doing well or even failure. I like to begin with a social contract. I have a simple principle that I follow, folks. The only reason why I get paid, the only reason why I have a job, is not because I am a senior lecturer at the university, but because you are my customers. You, whether directly or indirectly, pay fees if you're Barbadians. If you're not Barbadian, you might have it on a scholarship that is worth a lot of money, or you might have saved the money, or your parents paying a lot of money. So you're my customers, folks. I'm here to serve you, to help you to do well. I can't make you do well, right? And that's my philosophical position. I'm here to serve you. We have a symbiotic relationship. You have to put in your part, but I make myself available to help you in whatever way possible I can, so that you can pass and do well. And the investment you're making in time and money, you're not going to end up failing. So this is the commitment that I, the lecturer, I am committed to offering timely, high-quality facilitation to all students and to be available to assist in your studies. And the students are committed to serious study, timely preparation of work, full participation, and very good attendance at classes when you can. Some people that working that might not be able to. And we are committed to achieving our full potential in this course. This is our social contract. It's a two-way relationship. That makes sense to you folks? Make sense? So we can do a vote. All those in favor of our social contract, say yeah. That would be. All those in favor of the social contract, say yeah. Yeah. So folks, some summary housekeeping stuff before we take a pause and then go into the first part of the lecture. Use your official UB email. Right? Don't send me unless you're having a technical problem to be resolved, don't send me your personal emails. That creates problems for me in terms of monitoring and tracking. So send me your official UB email. Always check your e-learnings. From time to time, I put up resources for you to assist you. Check e-learning every day. Check your UB email every day. Maybe more. The same way you check your personal messages in your WhatsApp, you should be checking them, always communicating with you. Form a study group that works collaboratively. Excuse me. You don't have to do it alone. Study groups that work together are very powerful. Begin serious study now. When I mean now, I mean like today, You need to get into intense reading to prepare yourselves. All the notes for every week already up, so that's why I said I don't come and lecture. All the notes are there. So from next week, we're going to have more interactive sessions. If you're having challenges, come to me early. And then Leon Lane is going to be doing about 2 or 3 tutorials. You can check him for assistance. My office, if you're accounting, you know, Fillmore Allen's office is just opposite mine. But downstairs, the management building. When you go to the management building, downstairs, you go to your right. My office is the last door. You go to your left, you go to the management building to your left. My door is the last door on your right, and I think it is next to MSR. Right? You have MSR1, MSR2, and I am MS3. My name is on the door. And finally, folks, have fun while learning. Don't make learning a chore or burdensome. But have fun while learning. Find something fun about this course so that you enjoy what you are doing. Any questions from anyone? Any questions? Any comments? Everybody here is clear? Everybody's clear? Lady in the back, what's your name? 79. Khadija, you okay? You sure? What's backward integration? You did marketing? What is backward integration? Not sure. What's the purpose of a SWOT? The guy in front, Khadija, what's your name?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
So what's the purpose of a SWOT? Why do you want to do that? So, which are external, which are internal?
Strengths and weakness, internal, opportunities, external.
So how do you determine what the external forces are?
Can I pass this on again?
That's excellent. Give him a hand. It's very good. So how do you determine what the external forces are? External factors is something you did in Principles of Management, Introduction to Management. Passive analysis, and what are those? Excellent. And then we also have in the external environment competitive forces. So what tool does Porter suggest to look at competitive issues? My friend here. Yokohama. What tool does Porter propose to assess the competitive forces? My lady friend here. Here. The 5 forces model, which is made up of bargaining power suppliers, bargaining power buyers, competitive rivalry among competing firms. We said that already. What are the other two? What are the other two? She said that competitive rivalry, threat of substitutes, and threat of new entrants to the market. So the 5 forces, folks, these are things I don't teach over. But so for persons who have done marketing, these are some things you should note. PESTLE, SWOT, 5 forces, you can begin to learn those. Right? So these are concepts, folks, that are going to be commonplace as we talk. You need to build your vocabulary. And finance. We also deal with finance and accounting matters. So, what is your current ratio? Anybody doing who finance and accounting students here? Finance and accounting? My friend here, what is the current ratio? Well, why do you use it? Why do you have a current ratio? Anybody, why do you have a current ratio? To do what? My friend here, what's the purpose of a current ratio? She said current assets over current liabilities. What's the purpose of a current ratio? People right in the back hide, and I like people who hide. The three ladies right behind there. What's your name? Zaria? What's the purpose of a current ratio? So folks, what I do from time to time, I just walk around and give you the mic that everybody can hear you. I hope it's long enough. Yes, Azaria. Is Azaria? We wait for this mic. Purpose of a current ratio.
It measures how well the business can cover its
Probably short-term and long-term obligations. I don't know the point.
To cover short-term and long-term obligations.
It measures for every dollar in current assets, covering the current liability, it would just measure the profit for the current assets versus the current liability.
But is it short-term and long-term?
Just short term.
Just short-term. How does it differ from the quick ratio or asset test ratio? Excuse me.
I don't know.
She said the
Quick ratio would include inventory. They would add the inventory and if they
inventory.
expenses, prepaid expenses as well. To the current.
Again, you're saying the quick ratio would include the inventory?
For the current, it would be current assets plus prepaid expenses plus inventory over current liabilities.
Or what the quick ratio? You agree? Anybody else agreeing or not agreeing? Because we heard the current assets over current liabilities is the formula for the current ratio. Correct? So what happens to the quick ratio? You minus the inventory. Why do you do that?
I don't have no idea.
Why do you take out the inventory?
Because the inventory is basically like, I guess, assets and stuff that you can't liquidate as fast. So when you take out the inventory, you actually see how much cash you really have on hand.
Is she correct? Excellent. Give her a hand. Give everybody who answered a hand. Even those who try to give them a hand too. Correct. Because you want to be able to deal with your short-term obligations. So if you have inventory could take a while to be liquidated. And if you want to cover these short-term obligations, inventory, there's no guarantee. You can sell your inventory quickly. So folks, maybe every once in a blue moon I don't give questions on ratios, but generally in every exam, there are questions or a question that deals with financial ratio analysis. But it is not about the current ratio is current assets over liabilities or the quick ratio current assets minus inventory. I'm not interested in that. Your job is to analyze the ratio, to tell me what's happening here for this business. So if you have a 1.2 current ratio and a 1.1 quick ratio, what does that tell you about the business? A 1.2 current ratio and a 1.1 quick ratio, what does it tell you about the business? Somebody say something. It is very liquid, not necessarily. Sorry? But look at it. What we said, the current ratio includes inventory. The quick ratio, you take out inventory. So if the difference between the current and quick ratio is very small, what is it telling you? It is a small amount of inventory, which means it is not a business that carries a lot of stock. Surely can't be manufacturing. So it's likely to be what type of business? Services, financial services, and those kind of businesses. So those are the kind of things we want you to be able to analyze. So if you would get a ratio with the small difference, you need to be able to interpret this has to be a services industry financially. It cannot be a manufacturing industry or a Walmart or one of those that will have massive stocks of inventory, or a fast food place that has to stock up big inventory. Right? So it would be what we call the new type of business models that would involve business online. Right? So folks, that's giving you an idea of the types of questions you will get in the exam. Actually, what we were doing is a type of exam question. And what we did just now is actually how my sessions are run. I go around the class and I look for people who don't talk and who are hiding from me. Or you can tell these students, you know what they do. When they realize you look in there, they turn their eyes in the other direction. So once you turn your eyes, you're going in trouble. They're coming for you. Once you turn your eyes, I know when they're coming for you, you're trying to dodge me. So I'm very interactive. I don't lecture at you. I put all the notes up. So when we come in here, you could ask me any question about anything at any time about any topic. And that's how we do our sessions. I don't run from your questions or if you're seeking clarification. So, what I'll do now, we'll just take a 5 break, and then we're not going to go to full place, it's getting a bit too hot. So I just want to introduce you to some concepts that I want you to prepare for next week. So we'll just take a 5, let me do something here, and then we'll wrap up maybe about 1:15 or so. Oh, it's near 10 past, but 9:30. BSP